In total, we have now tested 22,955 people at Bryan, resulting in 2,572 positive results. And right now we have 118 tests pending. Want to dig into that just a smidge further for us today. We're seeing an uptick in the number of people actually trying to get tests through Bryan, and we're a little bit different that you essentially are presenting with symptoms to get tested at Bryan. And Tuesday at our drive-through, we had over 100 people get tested, and then yesterday it was 89. If you recall, it was dipping down a little bit, but that's climbing back up a little bit. And then probably the biggest place we're seeing increases are people coming to our urgent cares. Yesterday, between our three locations at Life Point, North Point, and then our Southeast urgent care, we had over 150 tests administered. Of the pending, 89 of them are from yesterday at the drive-through. So there's 6 lagging from the day before, so a wonderful turnaround time still. Our COVID-19 patients in the hospital is now at 17. 9 of those are Lancaster County residents. 8 of them are from outside of Lancaster County. We have 1 additional Lancaster County resident that is pending the positive or negative result, but is also ill enough to be hospitalized. And we do have 2 patients on vents. 6 of those patients are in the intensive care unit, 6 in the progressive care unit, and 5 in general care. Just a little bit about testing. We continue to get questions on that. Our Veritor or rapid antigen test. You're hearing a lot about antigen test in the news right now. Is at the critical phase yet? Our Cepheid test is what we're rating as caution from a supply perspective. And then our routine Luminix Aries is also in a very critical supply stage right now. Just to recap, the Veritor Rapid Antigen is what is administered in our emergency departments. The Cepheid, which we're in the caution category, is for inpatient use here at Bryan. And then the routine Luminix has a pretty rapid turnaround as well. Is for Bryan employees, first responders like the Lincoln Police Department, Fire and Rescue, Highway Patrol, and Sheriff's Office. So we're watching these things. We're doing everything we can with the powers that be to get more antigen and Luminix test on hand. To date, we have not been seeing anything. This is from a website called, it's www.airnow.gov. And you can plug in your zip code and see what the air quality is in whatever location your zip code is. And as you can see, we're still have very good air quality here. For other inquiries about this, I would encourage you to follow not only this site, but there's great resources in our state through the Department of Health and Human Services, and then also the Nebraska Department of Environmental Quality that will give you the most up-to-date information on that. Touch base with members of our emergency department, and our surgical mask and cloth mask actually provide little to no value for smoke barriers. They indicated N95s do provide that barrier for smoke particles, but it's important to know that any chemicals that are emitted through the fires and the smoke, even N95s don't do a great deal for chemical protection. To get a little closer to home, I did go to the Washington State Department of Health website, and they were very consistent with what the information provided from our EDs. So I would recommend people chasing this information down to go to some of the public health websites from the impacted states. There's all kinds of helpful stuff like this that's showing what an N95 will do, won't do, what a cloth mask will do, won't do, and so forth. I think it's appropriate for all of us to keep in our thoughts and prayers not only the people on the West Coast dealing with this. I saw firsthand how the derecho in the middle of a pandemic, really taxed, the people in Iowa as we helped some family out over there. You see the hurricanes down in the deep south, the wildfires out there. Just think of if we were going through a pandemic when we had our floods, in recent years. So our heart breaks and our thoughts are certainly with people from other parts of the country.